Hey everybody, I am David, and today I want to do a little fan casting for what? Well, I'm going to name 5 superheroes that I think Justin Bieber would be maybe possibly good as for a superhero movie. I don't know. A lot of people might be hating on this video before I even get through the list, and I'm okay with that. Whatever. I'm just having a good time. I thought this would be a fun, interesting list to try and do. Because you know what, people in Hollywood, they're gonna cast. Bieber's going to be in another blockbuster one day. He was in this year's or last year's Zoolander 2, which actually didn't do so well, so blockbuster maybe not. But you know what? Hollywood's always been playing with that idea. There was at one point Mark Wahlberg was thinking of putting Bieber in one of his films. I don't know whatever became of that because that seemed to quickly disappear once he went through his rebel phase. And that's what Bieber is. He's a rebel, and I thought, you know what? Maybe there are some superhero characters that maybe Bieber would be okay as. So this is just a little fun casting. I know a lot of superhero fans don't want this to happen. Believers, maybe. I don't know. So if you're a believer, maybe you can tell me if you like these choices. If you're not, just try to be open. So number 1, I have Bobby Drake, aka Iceman from the X-Men, last played by Shawn Ashmore in Bryan Singer's X-Men franchise. You know what? I can see Bieber just having ice powers and flirting with Rogue and all that. I mean, I think he could pull it off. Bieber has that physique that a superhero needs. The kid works out. He works his ass off. And just with ice powers, I think, Iceman is a harmless character. I'm not casting him as Wolverine or anything like that. But Iceman, Iceman is supposed to be a teenager anyways. And if I remember in the comics recently, didn't Iceman turn gay or something? So even if you're a hater, you should be okay with that. I hope I don't get in trouble for that one. Next on my list, I have Jason Todd, the second Robin from the comics. Jason Todd also later becomes the Red Hood after Robin is brutally killed by the Joker. Years later, he becomes the Red Hood. And yeah, I think Justin could play a role like this. Why not? I mean, like I said earlier, he's kind of in real life, he seems like a little bit of a rebel once in a while. And that's what Jason Todd is. He's a rebel, right? He badmouths Batman, and eventually he gets what's coming to him. A beating with a crowbar. And haters would probably love that. Love to see that on film. And believers won't, but at least he comes back and seeks revenge. Now, I kind of did Red Hood in my fan casting for Batman characters, and for Jason Todd, or at least a grown-up Jason Todd, slightly older, I picked Liam Hemsworth, I believe, as a grown-up Jason Todd, slightly more older. But Bieber would probably be okay for like a flashback when he was Robin, literally right before he is killed by the Joker. So yeah, I wouldn't mind a little cameo like that in a flashback of a Ben Affleck Batman movie. We do know that Robin's dead, so anything is possible. Next on my list, I have Roy Harper, aka Arsenal. This is the sidekick. He's essentially like Robin again, but for Green Arrow. And my pick for Green Arrow is still Matt Damon. And if a Green Arrow movie is ever possible, and they do have Arsenal in there as well, sure, why not Bieber? Again, a lot of these characters that I'm trying to pick here are sort of rebels, or at least Jason Todd. And I believe Roy Harper was like that too. He was a little bit of a rebel, or at least on the TV show Arrow, and in Young Justice, he was kind of like that as well. He even didn't want to be part of the Junior Justice League and just wanted to go straight with the big boys. And because he couldn't get his way, he just left the team. And I think, I can easily see Bieber play that type of a role, a rebel role. Why not? Next on my list, this is not a Marvel or a DC. This is a Power Ranger. That's right. I'm casting Justin Bieber as the Green Ranger, Tommy, in maybe a sequel for Power Rangers. Power Rangers right now, there is a movie coming out, and they have a whole cast of unknowns playing the Rangers. They have Elizabeth Banks playing Rita Repulsa, who already maybe has the Green Ranger powers. And so by the end of this new Power Ranger movie, it's going to end with Rita being defeated. The green coin is going to be tossed somewhere, and the Rangers are going to wonder, who can we give this to? And if you know the TV show, Tommy becomes the Green Ranger. And why not cast, a bigger star as Tommy? Because Tommy needs to have charisma. I don't know if Bieber is a good actor. I know he's done some acting, but I haven't heard anything great. I haven't heard anything at all. I'm not going to take a believer's word on it. But if you are going to cast someone like, let's say, Becky G is playing Trini, the Yellow Ranger, she's a pop star, why not just add another pop star to the mix and make Justin Bieber the Green Ranger? Finally, the fifth choice I have decided, which was actually the first thought I've had when I started thinking about this list. This was actually the first choice I thought of. Johnny Storm, a.k.a. the Fantastic Four's Human Torch. And again, it's a little bit to do with the rebel, but I think it's also to do... Johnny is a little bit more... Not only is he a rebel, he's also a character that maybe doesn't take life too seriously. I don't know how serious Bieber takes life, but considering he throws eggs at people's houses and thinks he can get away with a lot of stuff, I'm going to guess he doesn't take life that seriously. I could be wrong about that. Maybe he does take it seriously. He takes his career seriously. Life, I don't know. But I don't know Bieber personally, so I shouldn't really say that stuff. But I think, yeah, sure, why not? You know what? He seems like a funny kid sometimes. Sure, let him play Human Torch. He has the blonde hair. Go for it. So, guys, that was my list for the 5 superhero characters that I think Bieber could probably pull off. I'm expecting a lot of hate from superhero fans everywhere. But I did this for fun. It was just meh, whatever. I thought, yeah, who could Justin Bieber play if he was ever cast in a superhero movie? You don't know. Maybe there's a casting director out there and, Bieber's manager has a gun pointed to their head. Cast my boy in one of your damn movies. What movie would they pick? I don't know. A superhero movie. Justin Bieber had that script of Batman v Superman a few years back, hinting that he might have played Robin. Thank goodness that didn't happen. But, hey, if it ever does, here are some characters that maybe he could pull off. Maybe not. We'll never know unless he's given the chance. So, comment below. Tell me what actor or singer or pop star or whatever do you want me to cast in some roles. Maybe I'll do another one like this, similar to fan casting, but maybe just with one actor, and what roles can I see that person in. So like this video if you like it, subscribe to me if you are a new viewer to my channel and you haven't already, and until next time guys, take care.